We all have a list of things we could not imagine leaving the house without. This collection of essential items is often referred to as everyday carry, and it gives us an insight into a person's occupation, lifestyle, or even personality. Today, I'm going to explore which products I consistently have with me and the utility they provide. Oh wait, there's one more thing. Evie! Oh, thank you. Yep, these are my AirPods Pro first generation, and they used to be in my everyday carry for sure. But one day I left these in my pants and Evie decided to have a little playtime with them. Since then, I have not used them. The charging case still works, but the headphones themselves are dead. And a bit later I got the AirPods Max, which I use now at home, but whenever I leave the house, I just don't bring my headphones. And honestly, it's not a big deal. Alright, let's get back to the rest of the stuff. Let's start with the phone. I currently own the latest iPhone 14 Pro, and since the iPhone 3G, I have been an iPhone user, and I'm all in the Apple ecosystem, mainly because I really prefer it over the other ones, but also because that is what I have to work with every day, since I'm an iOS engineer. I use the phone mainly for communication, work, paying for things, taking photos, and of course, browsing social media. It is amazing because of its battery life. The camera on it is beyond amazing nowadays, and if I would have to pick one thing from all of those everyday carry items, this would be it. The phone currently is rocking the Spigen Ultra Hybrid 01 case that is MagFit enabled, and yeah, that's a pretty long name for a case. It has the iPhone teardown look, which I'm really digging, and it creates a paradox. It allows you to look within your phone without actually tearing it up, while it also protects it from scratches, drops, and boring looks. If you like the case, I've left the purchase link with a discount in the description. Up next, we have this key organizer, which is made by a company called Orbit Key. If I open it up, you'll see that it's actually a multi-tool there as well, and two of my keys. It's just a really tidy way of storing my keys, and I don't feel like I'm carrying 100 keys with me all day, dangling in my pocket, scratching all my devices, so that's quite nice. It's very minimal, very sleek looking, and I like it a lot. Attached to it, I have the Apple AirTag in a Belkin case and a chip for my apartment. The AirTag has already become quite handy a few times since it offers precision finding, which is like playing the hot and cold game, and it also has a built-in sound to help me navigate. For the last few years, I have used Apple Pay to pay for almost everything, but I still need to carry my ID and one or two cards for those occasional cases, and for that I have the most minimalistic way possible, the Apple leather wallet with MagSafe. I have it in the midnight color, which is just a fancy way of saying black. I love the fact that it attaches to my phone and I receive alerts when it's detached. The magnet is surprisingly strong and does not detach when putting the phone into my pocket or other cases. Next up, an accessory I picked up more than 3 years ago and have been dailying it ever since, the Oura Ring. Currently I own the 3rd generation one, which is the latest and greatest from Oura. The ring is like a sleep lab on your finger. It also does activity tracking 24 hours a day as well, but the main focus on it is sleep tracking, and that's why I find it to be so appealing. I don't notice the ring at all during the day or when sleeping, and I have tried a lot of different things like the Whoop band or sleeping with the Apple Watch, and that is just not comfortable for me. Oura has been paving the way with their top-tier technology and research. Their sleep algorithms are very precise, and it's usually the first thing I check after waking up. I try not to be influenced by the sleep score it gives me, but I do use it for decision making at some times, like for example when to push for maximum during a workout, and when to keep it a bit lower paced. It is also great to monitor any sickness symptoms arising, as your body signals about them way before you notice them yourself. Overall, this is a piece of tech I definitely recommend to anyone interested in their body's recovery and sleep patterns. And last, but definitely not least, one of the best purchases this year, the Apple Watch Ultra. As soon as it was launched, I had my eyes on it, but I wasn't sure about the price and the size. But after looking at it at the store in person, I was sold on it. And after receiving it, I have very much enjoyed the look and feel of it, as well as the tech behind it. The first thing I noticed is the battery life. I can keep this thing on for 3 days without a charge. I know this is not impressive to any Garmin user, but as an Apple Watch owner for many years, this brings a lot of joy. I use the watch to track my workouts and compete with friends, which gives you that little bit of motivation you sometimes need when pushing to close those activity rings. And yeah, that's more or less a brief overview of my everyday carry. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm interested in what's your everyday carry, so make sure to comment below. Alright guys, see you next time.